The world is a dark place, especially when you are young and naive like me. Students everywhere are being thrown to the wolves right after graduation, leaving the comfort of their families and homes. I believe that there are many things not being taught in the school system today that should be covered before we even step foot on a stage for graduation. My point is, schools should be teaching how to live in the real world by studying financial literacy and more. And we can stand up for this change by speaking up. First, we have to look at the major problem. Here are some examples of things we are not taught in our school system. How to do taxes. How to use a credit card. Along the way, so many teachers and even my parents have told me to steer clear of credit cards because they're hard to deal with and they're scary stuff. However, little did I know that in order to buy a house or a car, things essential to adulthood, you have to have a good credit score. And lastly, how to manage your money well. Instead, we are spending hours a day talking about the Civil War, World War II, the Cold War, how to make ice cream out of 3 simple ingredients in science class. Oh, and let's not forget, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It is revealed in the NBC News in 2019 that 44.7 million students struggle with student loan debt. How are these students supposed to pay off this debt if they don't know how to manage their money well? In my 12 years of schooling, I have never had to use a quadratic formula after graduation. However, I do need to know how to manage my money to succeed in the real world. After hearing this, like me, I hope that you are wanting a solution to this problem. So we need financial literacy classes taught in school, a part of the curriculum. They should be a required course in order to graduate. We need to know how to manage our money, to pay bills, so that the economy of America doesn't plummet because of us not knowing this. In an article in 2019 written by Nicole Cruz, she talks about Aspen Academy. Aspen Academy is a private school that spends 30 minutes a day taking financial literacy classes, talking about business plans and credit scores, and they say that by the time students graduate from the 8th grade, they not only have learned about the stock market, budgeting, taxes, gross and net profits, credit, and interest, but they have also written their own business plans, started their own businesses, and pitched their ideas. Just by 8th grade, these students have learned more about financial literacy than I have in my 12 years of public schooling. And finally, we need to take action. Only 17 states require these financial literacy classes. And one good thing we did learn in school is how a bill becomes a law. In order for that, we need a representative to represent our case to the court. In CBNC News, they suggest that parents be the ones pleading for these classes in the school board. However, it requires more than just a few parents talking to the principal. It would require financial aid to get teachers for these classes, equipment so that the students can learn what they need to learn to succeed. In a website called change.org, created by Ben Ratley in 2007, this website allows people to create their own petitions so they can get their word across to whoever they want. There's a petition out right now to get financial literacy classes in the curriculum for the school systems of America, and I urge you to sign this petition. And you're probably thinking, what is a petition going to do? How is it going to work? However, there has been so many advances on this website, and here are just a few examples. Hospitals are now allowing partners in the delivery room. Because of the coronavirus, hospitals weren't allowing a partner to be in a delivery room in fear of infection. However, after 600,000 signatures, they now allow the partners to be there for the most special day when their baby girl or boy is born. Another thing, one student decided that it was unfair after the coronavirus and all the online teaching started that he had to stay with the same grading scale that he did when he got his education in class. So because of this one student starting a petition, the university changed their whole grading scale. And lastly, a teenager from Maryland decided that animal cruelty just could not go on any longer. She wanted people to have to pay fines or go to jail because of their cruelty to these animals. So after 800,000 signatures, the president signed a law to make animal cruelty not allowed any longer. And now I have a few questions for you. Why do you think these classes aren't making the cut? Why are we being blamed for something we never learned? I am sick of the stigma that millennials and the Gen Z generation are dumb and that we don't know what we're doing. However, the adults, the ones before us, are the ones that created this curriculum, the ones that helped us learn what we needed to learn. However, we are being called dumb for something that we never learned and that we were never taught in the school that we were supposed to be taught to succeed in life. In conclusion, there are things that should be taught in school, like financial literacy, that just aren't making the curriculum. But as citizens, we can speak up for this change. My purpose in this is to emphasize that we hold in our hands the future of the next generations, the future of our little girls, our little boys, and our grandchildren. We live in a dark world, but we shouldn't have to be left in the dark any longer. Thank you.